it is World's Strongest Man prediction time. Now we've got the heats, we've got the events. It gave me a chance to go through and have a quick think about how I think things are going to pan out, the way I see things going. I will just say, if any athletes watch this, you're all amazing. Please don't take it personally. It's just my thoughts on how I see things panning out. Obviously, if you're a fan of any of the guys that I've not named, don't get offended. Obviously, we can have a difference in opinion, but it's not me saying that any of these guys are bad athletes. They're all amazing. So, yeah, let's just get that clear right from the word go to stop all the nonsense hate that seems to happen in strongman these days. They're all incredible. There's a lot of events that could really sort of shake things up in terms of like the Titans toss. I think the loading race is always an element of risk in terms of mistakes. I think even the stone medley at the end could be the same. There could be a lot of mistakes made, potential banana skins for some of the guys. So this is just my thoughts on how it's going to go. And also there's a couple of guys, I don't know how Lucas Hatton's going to perform at World's Strongest Man. Obviously I know he's an incredible athlete, great in shows like the Arnolds and Strongest Man on Earth. Is he going to do the same at World's Strongest Man? You know, possibly. Who knows? It's a bit of an unknown. Rain O'Neill, I've not seen a lot of. Bryce Mitchell, I've not seen a lot of. So there's guys that, you know, I could be overlooking perhaps. So this is just my thoughts on what I've seen and what I think could happen at World's Strongest Man 2025. Right, so Group 1, we've got Tom Stoltman, Austin Andrade, Eddie Williams, Thomas Evans and Jaco Schoonwinkel. Now, I've gone through this and sort of thought about how things are going to pan out. And I think that Tom is always a good performer at World's Strongest Man. Austin did amazing at World's Strongest Man last year. We've actually got, first and fourth place from World's Strongest Man last year in this group. Eddie Williams, most improved strongman maybe. Thomas Evans, always a solid performer. And Jaco kind of blew the door wide open in terms of the new guys a couple of years ago. So it's a tough one to call. But I've kind of gone through, done my calculations, looked at all the events. And I can't see Tom not winning this group, if I'm totally honest. I think that he performs well on all the events. You could say, you know, like potentially the deadlift, he could get taken out by someone like Austin for sure. Maybe the stone medley, there's a chance of a mistake. But I think that all in all, Tom's going to do well on loading, Titans toss, and the press medley. So I've got Tom Stoltman winning the group. Now, this has actually happened in a few of the groups. On what I've sort of worked out on the points, I actually think that we could end up with a tie. So obviously it will be on who does what on the stone medley between Austin Andrade and Jaco Schoonwinkel. And I've got Austin going through just because I think he's that much of a sort of bull of a man. I mean, Jaco's amazing at things like this as well. So it's a tough one to call, but I've got, Tom Stoltman, Austin Andrade going through to the final. I went on a little bit of last year's form as well. Jaco obviously getting injured at his first World's Strongest Man, but making the final, and then he was sick at Giants Live Glasgow. So I don't really know what kind of shape he's in. But if he's in good shape, it's going to be a hell of a battle. And yes, I've got Tom Stoltman, Austin Andrade in there first. Group 2. Now, I don't see anyone winning this event winning this group other than Mitchell Hooper. We all know what he's capable of. Incredible athlete, great all round, no real weakness. There's no way I see this going any other way. But this will probably be a little bit of a surprise to some. Now, who I've got in my second place, again, I had a tie when I worked out the points. I had Wes Dewinski and Paddy Haynes actually in second place, tied for second. And I've got Wes going through on the stone medley. Now, again, like I said, there's a lot that could go wrong for guys. And Paddy's a little bit of an unknown at World's Strongest Man. But I think with Paddy, a lot of it's going to hinge on that stone medley at the end. How well he can navigate that first press. If he can nail that, then he's got a genuine shot, but it's going to be tough for him. So, yeah, probably a little bit of a surprise to some that I didn't have Matt Ragg in there, but just the way I see it panning out, I think Wes obviously did well at World's Strongest Man last year. He's a good performer, so's Matt. But I just think that these events, that's kind of the way I see it going. So I actually think the battle, I mean, Matt was very close behind Wes and Paddy in my points. So it's going to go, yeah, it's going to be very tight. But I think Mitch definitely wins the group with quite a clear lead. And then I've got, Wes going through in second based on the result of the stone medley. So yeah, probably a little bit of a surprise to some. But like I said, could be wrong, but this is just what I'm thinking. Right, now group 3, I have got, and this is a big shock, and again, I know Lucas has got a lot of fans, so please don't cry about it, guys. This is just my opinion, and he may shock me. I think that Lucas is one of the best strongmen on the planet right now. I just think that these events could favour other guys. So I've actually got Matthias and Shane Flowers going through. Now, I'm not saying that Lucas is not going to make it. I'm not saying he's not capable. And I actually think that if he makes the final, he's going to do amazingly well. I think he could be in the mix for podium. But navigating these heats, and I think that the events are very, very, very good for Shane. Great deadlifter. I think he probably wins the deadlift in this group. Great at throwing, probably, or very possibly best in the world at that. I think the stone medley goes all right for him. He's pressing solid enough and he's good enough at loading. So I actually think that Shane is a little bit of a banana skin for Lucas Hatton. So I say Matthias, Shane going through in group 3. Right, so another bit of a shock here. And again, I think a lot of it's just down to the events in the heats. Obviously, all these guys are amazing, so it can just tip the balance one way or the other if the events favour one person over another. Now, none of these have been set up for anyone. Was selected long before all the groups were done and everything else, so let's not start all these rumour mills. It's very fair the way it's done. Just sometimes events favour others more than someone else. I mean, when I come third at World's Strongest Man 2011, the events favoured me. So I got a third place off the back of it. So there was other years where the events weren't good for me and I didn't place as well. So, you know, it happens sometimes. So in group 4, I have Tristan Howarth and Luke Richardson going through. I've actually got Luke winning the group. And I think Tristan is going to just edge out Trey, but very closely. So again, it could go either way. I just think that the events kind of favour Tristan a little bit more. He was super impressive last year. And obviously I know that Trey's a top contender. I just see a bit of a banana skin for him there with Tristan because he does perform very well at times. And I think that these events are very good for him. So I think we could see an upset there. So I think I've almost had an upset in every group so far. But I just think that the standard's so good, I could be completely wrong. And I think that most people's predictions could be completely wrong. And I've gone a little bit left field on some of my predictions. So, yeah, it is what it is. Right, Group 5, I have got Luke Stoltman and Evan Singleton going through. Now, Evan, again, is another one that I see being potential top 3 finisher, potentially even a win if all goes to plan. But navigating these heats, I wouldn't be surprised if Luke actually wins the group based on these events in the heats. So it wouldn't shock me. I mean, it could go either way. I think that they're both amazing athletes. I actually had Pavlo in third place, very close behind Evan. But I think that with, Evan's just got a little bit too much for him at the moment, the way Pavlo's been performing recently, but Pavlo's training looks very good. If he's on form, press medley's going to be great for him. Loading's going to be great for him. The throw will be good for him. The stone medley, I'm sure, will be good. The only one he's going to lose points on is deadlift. But I don't think that Pavlo's got enough to beat someone like Luke Stoltman across all 5 events. But again, I think I wouldn't be shocked if any 2 of those 3 go through. And obviously, Nick Guardione and Andrew Flynn are both good strong men too. So it wouldn't even shock me if someone like Nick come through, who's in his first World's Strongest Man, comes through and qualifies. With these events and with his strengths and abilities, that wouldn't surprise me at all. And he's a consistent performer, which we've seen from some of the shows he did last year. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting one. So that is my top 10 predictions, just over here. And yeah, like I said, don't shout at me, guys. I know you're fans of a lot of the athletes and everything else, but it's just I see a lot of potential banana skins for some of the top guys. And with the events the way they are, I think it's very, very even in terms of who places where. So that's my predictions. I'm not going to do a final prediction yet. I won't waste my time with that. I will try and do one while I'm out there at World's Strongest Man before the final starts, if I'm allowed to. So after the heats finish and we've got the 10 finalists, if I'm allowed to put a video out predicting the top 10, I will get that done. So thanks for watching, guys. And obviously in the comments, give me your finalists. Tell me what you think. Don't be too mean, guys. I'm not being mean to anyone. It's just my opinion. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. And obviously I've been looking at how I think each event's going to go. The points in each group could change a lot, but there's going to be some amazing battles and I'm really excited for it. So 6 days to go.